I'm from Central. I'm a senior, so it's my last year in high school. I took the teaching pathway my sophomore and junior year, and I completed it last year. So this year I'm in honors mentorship, which is a class where I get to intern. And you intern anywhere you want to go into, so I want to be a teacher. Took the teaching pathway. So I'm interning with Dr. Lowe. She is over all the college and career in Forsyth County, so they're your CTAE classes, which are the pathway classes. Raise your hand if you know what a pathway class is. Okay, so more of you this class know what they are from the last series. A pathway class is a class where you learn about jobs. So you can learn, you want to be a teacher, you learn about teaching. So I'm not going to tell you all the pathways because we're actually going to play a game. I have some props up here, and you're going to look at the props, and I'm going to give you like 5 minutes, and you can help each other, you can do whatever you want. Just look at them and try to guess what pathway they represent. So what job do they represent? So you guys can take like 5 minutes and try to do that, and then we'll go down the road. You can raise your hand if you know what it is. So you guys can talk about it. Cosmetology, so you'll learn about hair, makeup, nails, so if you're into any of that, that is what you'll be taking. The airplane. Pilot. Sort of. Does anyone know the name for it? Most people didn't. Let's do it over here. Air Force? It's actually aeronautics, so I don't know if any of you guys know that word. The fire truck. This one's really easy. Most of you can guess this one. Firefighter. Firefighting. This, most people got dog leash. No? Veterinary. So veterinary science. This, the scarf and a watch, what would that represent? That's you.
Money.
No. Fashion, what's the other word that goes behind it? Does anybody know? No. It's actually fashion marketing. So fashion marketing. The apple and the ruler, everybody should be able to guess this. Teaching, yes. And then the last one, measuring cups. Did anyone guess what this was? Okay, food nutrition, that's one of the classes it can stand for. Food science goes with food nutrition, it's the second year.
Science.
No.
Cell biology. Something.
Culinary arts. So Central doesn't actually, if most of you are going to Central, you guys are 8th graders, right? Okay, so most of you will be going to Central next year. You'll be taking food nutrition. We don't have culinary arts, but we do have food nutrition. So today you're going to be learning more about pathways, and I did a lot of research on them. And this is my essential question. So my essential question is, how can focusing my high school years on my pathway help to contribute or facilitate my career in the future? So how is focusing on a pathway in high school going to help me in the future when I go to get a job? So we're going to look at some of the research I did, and then also an interview that I did with Brandy Carnazzo. Do you guys know about the innovation school that's opening up? Raise your hand if you do.
It's like awesome.
I was focusing on if pathways are teaching us the things we need to know for our future. So pathways are going to be surrounded around the job that you're, or the class you're being taught. So it's going to teach you about, for instance, teaching. When I did the teaching pathway 2 years ago, I would not be able to stand up in front of all you people and talk like I am now. It teaches you to be able to talk in front of people because you will be doing that as a teacher. So going into teaching, I'm more prepared for that than I was 2 years ago. what the curriculum focuses on, and it's preparing us for the next steps in our lives. I did interviews with businessmen and women. I did the interview with the principal that's going to be the principal of the Innovation School, which is Brandy. I also looked at the things it's lacking to teach us. So one thing I think Pathways could be teaching us that we haven't been taught is managing money, balancing checkbooks, paying for rent. Raise your hand if you know how to do any of that. Anybody? Okay, so maybe like 4 of you. As a senior, I don't know how to pay rent. I don't know how to balance a checkbook. I don't know how to do any of that. So that's something I would want to be taught in my pathway. So we're going to go ahead and look at the responses from her. Oh,
Guys in the back, cut it out.
okay. One of the questions I asked her is, most of you will be going into college, and if you are, you're going to be doing a lot of college applications. For me, I did 4 of them. So you will be putting on your college applications things, classes you've taken, things you've learned, something that makes you stand out from everybody else. And a pathway is something that is great to put on those college applications. They're looking at, oh, she's been focusing on a career for a while now. She knows what she's going to do. Although you might change your mind, it's good to take a pathway in high school so you know exactly if you want to go into that when you get to college, so you're not taking the classes and then changing your major. Okay, do you think it's a school's job or a parent's job to teach students about everyday adulthood decisions and actions like paying bills or balancing a checkbook? Raise your hand if you think it's a parent's job. Okay, if you raise your hand if you think it's the teacher's job. Raise your hand if you think it's both. Okay, so most of you think it's both. I think it's both. I think our students, or our teachers and our parents should be teaching us more about that kind of thing. So if a student came from a high school that focused primarily on high-wage, high-growth careers, so the careers that are more popular, such as pathways offered at the Alliance Academy for Innovation, and all classes steered towards that student's chosen pathway, would you be more likely to hire this student after college? And Brandy said, absolutely. Students attending career interest things, academies, will be more prepared for the workforce. So you're going to learn more about that career. You're going to be more, have more knowledge about it than someone who didn't take that pathway. So you might be chosen over someone else who's interviewing for that job as well. Which is, a pathway is also good to put on a resume. I know I asked the last classes, most of them did. Has anybody done a resume? Okay, so some of you have done resumes. In a pathway in high school, you will do a resume and a cover letter. And within that cover letter and resume, you have to put things that are going to make you stand out. Resumes, you want to put a pathway on there. That's good. That's always resumes and decide on who to hire and all the applicants for students fresh out of college. So some of them have had jobs, some may not. I know I had a job as a high schooler. So what is something that would stand out to you and allow you to seal the deal for your decision? She said students who successfully complete an internship. I advise all of you to do internships in high school if you can. I did an internship and it has helped me a lot. I've learned so much about education. I've learned more and helps with that communication piece. I get to communicate with, if you know who Dr. Bearden is, your superintendent of Forsyth County, I've met him. I've gone into a meeting with him and Dr. Lowe. I have done a lot of things for students and teachers, and
Boys and girls in the back.
I've done things like put stickers on mirrors for dress for success, where you have to dress up in a way that someone would hire you based on the way you were dressed that day. So things like that. And then she said, what is one thing you would encourage high school pathway teachers to focus on so that their students are graduating with the foundational work career skills they need in order to be successful? And she said we need to continue an emphasis on teaching soft skills. So we continue to teach the soft skills. So as I was talking about the pathway school, there's going to be a junior achievement part of that school that is, it's going to be teaching, middle schools will go into it and they're going to be taught things like I was talking about, like writing a check or working and managing a business, things like that. So I actually have a video for you guys to watch and it's based on that. And it's going to show you a little bit of what that's going to be like.
Each year, thousands of students graduate high school never knowing.
There should be no talking whatsoever. Please give her the respect she deserves.
Even worse, many lose focus and don't even graduate at all, never stopping to think what a financial strain this will have on their futures, or lack thereof. The Atlanta community decided to do something about this. Welcome to Junior Achievements Chick-fil-A Foundation Discovers. In 7 months, this space at the Georgia World Congress Center was transformed from a few empty rooms to a simulated city of Atlanta to develop a place where our children can experience learning like never before. This place was developed to educate, but designed to inspire. But the learning does not begin here. Before stepping foot in the center, every student completes 18 in-class lessons. Then, almost every weekday, more than 200 6th through 8th grade students, that's more than 30,000 students a year, arrive here and are given the opportunity to not only dream of a bright future, but to actually experience it. In JA Biztown, students take on the role of an employee, a taxpayer, and a consumer. During the simulation, students receive unique job assignments, which include everything from a cashier to the CEO of a Fortune 500 company. By the end of their day's work, each student has experienced life as an employee, deposited a paycheck at the bank, and made purchasing decisions for themselves and their company. And across the hall at JA Finance Park, more students have the rare opportunity to experience their personal financial futures firsthand. Here, students receive a real-life situation. This provides them with a job, income, education, and even a family scenario. Based on these details, students visit the various businesses, gathering information to make financial decisions, such as managing a budget, using banking services, and even determining lifestyle and investment decisions. The learning here is authentic, immersive, and interactive, so you know the lessons are learned. Thanks to this 360-degree educational experience, by the time these students begin high school, they will have already encountered what it takes to generate a thriving business or manage a family household. Lessons that are crucial to keep students motivated to continue their education and develop into successful professionals. Join us in allowing all students to gain opportunities and take control of their future.
Okay, so that's going to be a place opening up here for incoming. 2018 is when the Pathways is opening up. This might be a little later. But you're going to be learning, there will be like a model of a Chick-fil-A or a model of a SunTrust, and you'll learn how to pay checks and pay rent, things like that. Or you might, for the Delta, they learn how to schedule their own flights and do all that sorts of stuff. So now, I have just if you have a sheet of paper, you can take the sheet of paper out, or we have some. You guys could always rip them in half or something like that, share with someone else. I just have a 3-question survey for you guys to fill out. Keep them anonymous. You don't have to put your names on them unless you absolutely want to.